Now tuned in to the Great Debate Show, featuring your girl Rema and your girl Moya, as we sit here, sip some wine, and talk and get to the conversation and to the head of it. Now tuned in to the Great Debate Show.
Good afternoon, or good evening, everybody. So we're running a little bit off track because, you know, the weather is horrible, which makes everything back up. And the crazy thing about it is, even though it's raining outside, it's a nice night. The weather is not bad, and so, you know, I think everybody's on the road. So I know that's what contributed to my.
I'm excited about tonight. I'm excited about tonight's show. I don't care where we start. I'm still have the same energy. Super excited about the guests that we have on panel tonight. It's a lot of knowledge, so we're just going to get into it. We're not going to do what we normally do, Moya.
Absolutely.
You know, we're going to just get right into the conversation with our guests. So let's get into it.
So we should introduce them first, and then, you know.
Let's do it.
All right. So, I mean, well, starting from my right, we have Ted Smooth.
DJ Ted Smooth, Harlem. You know what it is? Ted Smooth, straight face. You remember?
We got Smooth Ski. I don't know if he wants to be known by his government or just Smooth Ski.
DJ Smooth Ski, City on Lane Brothers. Yeah.
There we go. And we got Pop-A-Lot.
Pop-A-Lot, Harlem's main event. You know me. You know me.
We got 3 Harlem people in the house. So we really gonna be talking about some party and some DJ.
Yeah, some partying.
And which is interesting because we talked to promoters last time. Mm-hmm. So hearing things and asking questions to DJs from a different perspective is gonna be really, really interesting for us tonight. So. You know.
Yeah, I kind of want to do the same thing at this round table as I did with the promoters. I want to just start off by what people view you guys as, and I want y'all to tell us if it's true or false, and if it's true, why. So Ted Smooth.
Yeah.
The Remix King.
Right, Remix King. I mean, that goes without saying. So you're known more as on a producer side of things more than a DJ.
That's
so
a shame. We're gonna
is
fix
that. True? Is right. I'm asking. Is that true? Are you more of a DJ or are you more of a producer? What's true and what's
I think
false?
it's a little bit of both. I think it's dependent on what the situation is. You know what I'm saying? What the check is. What, you know what I'm saying? Where I'm at. It depends on that because I'm still DJing. I never stopped DJing. And I actually started producing real late. In the game, you know, maybe around like 28, 29. Mm-hmm. So, you know, when I first made like a record, you know, Lumi D, that whole thing, you know what I'm saying? So,
big.
so, you know, that's late. Usually these producers, they start 16, 17, or when they DJing as they're DJing, you know what I'm saying? So, that would be late, but it's a gift and a curse, you know what I'm saying? When you do, you know, records that are big records, then most of the attention goes on that, right. And then it kind of takes away from the other thing that you do. So it's very hard you got to have a good publicist, and
but you know what I'm saying. But you would say you're more of a DJ than you are.
1,000,000%.
Smoothski, the people's champ, Uptown King,
neighborhood hero.
Oh, that's another one. Oh shit, we're gonna have to get you that Superman cake. We're gonna have to get you that cake.
Smoothski, you are known to be the promoter's favorite in the sense that
and a party starter.
You have more relationships with promoters, and that's why you get all of the bookings. Is that true or is that false?
Well, no, but it don't matter. Like,
tell us why it's true.
Well, it's true because I just do what I do. Like, it's not a promoter's favorite, or I make it work without lowballing myself. And I don't ask for nothing. If anybody know me, any promoter, no, I'm not going to call your phone. I just work. I just grind. I know what the people want to hear. That's it.
And Pop-A-Lot.
Hey.
Young up and coming. But they say that, you know, you trailing Smooth's trailblazing lines. And I know for every DJ, they want to have their own name and they want to have their own
lane of doing things. Yeah.
Yes.
It's like things that you're known for. Like we know Ted, he's the remix king. Like for you.
Outside of Smooth and outside of trying to do what Smooth do, I know that you have your own sense of style. Give the people something that they can associate with when they think of Pop-A-Lot. Since you're up and coming, and some people may not.
As far as a DJ,
as far as
I mean, I got outside, you know, private events that I do, whether it's with schools, because I do all the Harlem Children's Zone events. So I stay in that lane. I stay more with, where it's like charities and stuff. But when you see me with Smooth, it's more of me being an opener.
Okay.
It's not really being a like.
No, I mean I get it, but usually like she said, DJs like to associate their brand because DJing is a brand in itself, and they like to try to associate that. Like SNS had the Reebok Harlem thing, and everybody has their own concept. Lean Brothers, and being that you are young and up and coming on Lean Brothers, it's a big shoe to fill. It's a lot of big names on that label in a sense. So I mean, we just want to know, from an up-and-coming DJ standpoint, like, what do you feel like your brand has to separate you from outside of that?
Well, my brand is me doing a lot of different things like clothing. So I got my own brand, as long as aside as being with Lean Brothers.
Okay.
I do clothing for a lot of people, so I stay with that.
You see, and I know a lot of our viewers did not know.
I didn't even know that. I mean, I've seen it.
Everything I wear is from Popular.
Is it really? Okay.
It's a lot,
okay.
and when you see a lot of glitter. Just think of me. Not for everybody, but when you see a lot of glitter, just think of me somewhere.
All right. So see, you taught me something. I didn't even know that. So that was something new for me to know about. Yeah. So I want to just step back a little bit, and I want to just go back to how you guys, talking to each one of you, how you even got into what you do. So when I asked you, Ted, about you, how did you first start, right? Yeah. And how did you become known as the Remix King for people who don't understand or know?
Well, the way I got started was my older brother is part of a legendary mixtape DJ duo from back in the days. They're still doing stuff now. Double R and G Bo the Pro. Okay. So Double R is my older brother. A lot of people don't know that, right? So I'm the youngest. With 4 sisters, 1 older brother. I'm the youngest. So back in the days, in the early '80s, like they had to take me to the parties. Like my moms would not let them go without me. So I was 7, 8 years old at these house parties.
Wow.
Seeing adult things and watching how people party and disco records and what I'm saying. So by the time about 9, 10 years old. Waking up Saturday morning, the first one up, I'm looking at the turntables like, I remember what he did. Like, I think I could mix, you know what I'm saying? So eventually I just got the courage to just like mix 2 records, and it was good times and I'll do anything for you. You feel me? Like I mixed those records and I was like, oh, and then I just like ran away from it. So that gave me the courage to be like, yeah, I could do this. And then, 13, 14, 15, you start buying your little records and, you know what I'm saying? So to the point where my brother would let me, he'll let me like do like 10-minute set, 15-minute set, because I was collecting, by this time I'm in high school, so I'm collecting my little reggae records. This is before reggae was like popular. Mm-hmm. I always give this girl credit. Her name is Autumn. She played on the varsity basketball team, and I played on varsity on a men's team, on a guys team. I went to Brooklyn Tech, and so we would trade tapes. She was Jamaican. We would trade tapes, so she would give me the Rockers tapes, and I would give her the hip hop tapes. Okay. So she put me on to it before. So I would come home with these little records. Like a lot of people would be like, "You have Jamaican?" Because when I play reggae, it's like I'm really into it. Uh-huh. And I would collect these records, and my brother would be like, nobody want to hear, nobody want to hear. So as I kept collecting records and the freestyle and the house music, which was the shit back in the days, it started falling off. Guess who had the records? I had the records. So I became a little more popular at 15. I started doing the house parties. So then that was my come up. You feel me? And then from there, it was just like mixtapes. Like you do your mixtapes, you get hot in the streets. Uh-huh. Then you grind until you get your break. You know what I'm saying? So I was doing Quasimodo's. It was a Monday night spot.
Wait, I mean to interrupt you. I need you to repeat that because it's a lot of young DJs. You grind.
Yeah, you grind. Oh yeah. That's a whole nother show. We come up here and talk about that. You grind until you get your break. And I tell people all the time, like it's a lot of hard work that goes into anything you're trying to do, whether it's your job, whether it's whatever. Some people just get lucky. Mm-hmm. It's what you do with that break, though. A lot of people get the breaks, and a lot of people let them fall through their fingers. So, fortunate enough for me, I grew up with older siblings, older people, the OGs from the hood. They took a liking to me, so I kind of, as much as I was trying to get in trouble, they wouldn't let me. Don't do that, don't do this. So. With that kind of direction, it just made me learn how to move as a teenager. You dig what I'm saying? So when I'm doing Quasimodos on a Monday night in 1992, when the only thing happening in New York City is China Club, and we can't go to China Club because we're not white and we're not movie stars.
Right.
So me and my boy Jesse, we was like, let's do a party. And 2 weeks later, we got 600 people outside on a Monday night on 92nd and 2nd.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like the people from the building, they were throwing cans. Like they was like, "What's going on?" The fire department, and it was a legendary. That's why I met.
I was gonna say some people Quasimodo is a little as before a lot of our viewers' time.
Yeah, no, that was literally like my start because it was my own party. You feel me? So after I did my own party, then the owner of Home Base came on a Monday because he heard about it. Was like, "Who's the Marvin Ginsburg?" He like, "Yo, who's this kid?" And then that's how I got the DJ at Home Base, opening up upstairs, playing in a reggae room, and Flex is downstairs.
That's how I know, right?
So this is, you know what I'm saying?
I know you from Home Base. Like to me, that's where you knew who you were.
Tear down. I had 600 people upstairs. They couldn't believe it. Wow. They couldn't believe it. So then he tells me, this is how I met Flex. So he tells me, hey, you want to do, like, you got 600 people, but you want to do one of the Fridays? And I'm like, hell yeah, I thought that was my... Flex shut that down. To this day, Flex was like, nah, if I don't do both nights, I ain't doing no nights. So Flex bossed up on me. And you know what? It was years that went by before I reminded him, that was me. That was me, but I understood it. Like I understood his move. So, but it just kept me on my grind. Then Jazzy Joyce was DJing at the Funk Hut.
I spoke to her today. Shout out to Jazzy.
The Funk Hut was my break to the industry.
Wow.
Because everybody was Q-Tip. That's where I met Kid Capri at. That's where I met everybody at. And here I go, skinny Spanish kid, and the crowd is just an urban, more black crowd. And they're like, who the fuck is this kid? And I'm going. And that's where I got Red Alert. Like all of these stamps came. Then after that, it's kind of just like playing chess. Like you just keep grinding, and once you make that stamp, it's just up to you. And I've had the same work ethic to this day.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? So
nice.
Well,
let's hear about how you got started.
Well, I got started because I was young. Like I grew up, my dad is B Fats, my uncle is Donald D.
For all people who didn't know that, you gotta say that one more time.
Cue the record.
You gotta start that one more time.
My dad is B Fats, the WAP. My uncle is Donald D. Donald's Grooves.
There
Some
you
people
go.
you know. My grandmother name is Vernell Bolden. She wrote a lot of records for SWV.
Absolutely.
Like Week in the Knees, stuff like that. So I was around the music thing all my life. But how I came up is I lived on a hill called Skrilla Hill in Harlem, where we see S&S and Craig G, P Nice, Precise. Even Chubby Chub used to come down there. And I used to watch them go at it.
Really?
And I used to just stand there mesmerized like, oh shit. So then I started like buying records, buying rock and soul at the time, buying records, follow SS. No, everything was no. I know I'm not helping nobody. No. All right, so I used to ask S. Then I used to call myself SS2 because I used to think I was SNS. I used to think I was SNS.
But this is good stuff because everybody think they supposed to
shoot to the top.
Mix a song and then make it.
Right.
And you
right.
guys are
That's
giving
a fact.
testimony
About your grind and how you got to where you
So
at.
at the end of the day, S was always no. So that pushed me always to say, all right, he ain't gonna help me. My pops is kind of washed up. He older now. So
Shout
I
out to
find
B-Fat.
my direction. So I started throwing parties in Harlem, menacing. Like after Web Stars, helping the Web Stars and all them come up, I started doing a lot of that stuff. And then after that, I just was like hiring Danny D's, the people you hear now. I was hiring them at 16 years old, doing party. Vado, right around the corner from me, stuff like that. Like a lot of the rappers you see me around, like these are people I grew up with. This is not no people I just met in the industry. No, I grew up with these people and I was around because I was on the block.
Big facts.
Running from skate key across the bridge, back and forth, fighting back and forth. I was one of them kids. I ain't know where I was going with it. But what made me take it serious is I started seeing the money. When I saw my first $500, that's what made me say, all right.
Did you know you had talent? But wait, let me ask you a question. When you got that 500, did you know that you had that talent?
Well, we knew, but it was like something I was playing with as a kid. I didn't take it serious until I was like 18. You feel what I'm saying? I wish I would have took it serious further back because I would have been past way past. You feel what I'm saying? So I started taking it serious, and once I started taking it serious, that's when everything just full whole grind. Like I just took everything and just one in one, came out. Then I moved out of Harlem. I was in the Bronx for like 15 years, and that's where it all started. I met like the Manny the Zookeepers, the Uniques, the Crusader Robs, all these promoters, and I did one
Shout
party.
Out to Unique and
But
Becca
the person
Audio.
who brung me to the Bronx was AJ Scratch.
Oh,
Okay.
wow.
Because I was DJing in Woolies on 145th and 8th Avenue. I was the house DJ. Then I was at Reels Lounge with Double J.
Oh,
I was the young person. So you feel me? I just came up under a lot of people. Like I was watching the LA Loves, and when I came to the Bronx, I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, this is easy. This is what they doing. Like, and I caught on. Once I caught on, it was go time. Like, it was no stopping from there. Now we here.
What about you, Papa Lot? How did you get the passion to want to be a DJ and take it seriously?
Okay, to be honest, I actually started. I was dancing first.
You was
I was one of the original Harlem Shakers.
Okay.
But,
See, look at all of this stuff you're learning about that we didn't know.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you. Look, the crazy part is like I actually stopped dancing because my man got killed in 01. But in '98 was when I accidentally started DJing. But nobody know that. I started DJing on 2-9 for Vegan Lot with Pele, and Pele had this little whole top floor in his building, and we used to throw parties in there across the street from the Black Door.
Right.
I mean, a lot of people knew about the Black Door. So Pele used to be up there, and one day he said, "Yo, Pop, I gotta run to the store get some liquor. Play these few records." And I'm like, "What am I supposed to do?" and exact words said, he said, "The darkest line is the beginning of the song." And that's how I started. That's how I started DJing. He said, "The darkest line on the record is the beginning of the song," and left. So
You
now
have to figure out everything else.
I'm reading records. I'm reading records. All the songs, and I'm counting 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
1, 2, and I'm just. It was crazy, but I caught on like that.
Okay.
And that day, nobody came in the room and complained, and nobody knew that he left, except for the people that was in the room. So when he came back, he was like, "You good?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm good. But I need another few records." He's like, "What you mean?" I'm like, "You only left me 5." So he gave me a whole crate. And after that, it just took off. I started from there, and I went to, Double J's fame spot on Reels Lounge. From Reels Lounge, I came down to, there was a few spots. Groove Jet, I done DJ'd at Groove Jet. Down on Spring Street, I done
PJs.
DJ'd at PJs. I done DJ'd
PJs.
at, what is it? Justin's, when I used to open up for Capone. I mean, it was a lot of people that had involvement with my career. Like a lot of people don't know. I used to run with Capone.
Nice.
Every real DJ had to run and hold somebody crates.
Yeah.
And I was
Yeah.
Capone's crate holder.
Okay.
Nice. You know what? I wanted to find out from each of you. When was that time when you did like your most fire party that you knew like this was it for me? Like I know this is the life I love.
Well, this is Ted Smooth, by the way. I'ma say like a moment or just a certain party.
It's a party that you felt like
A moment in the certain party.
like that you felt like this
So
is it.
I'm gonna tap back into the funk hut, right? Because the funk hut, again, I was on the east side. I was everywhere. You dig what I'm saying? But to get into the industry, you meet DJs that be like, "Yo, I've been doing this 30 years," and you be like, "You need to do something else." Because if you haven't figured this out, you know what I'm saying? So when I got the opportunity to do the funk hut, I didn't know what Kid Capri looked like. I just heard him on mixtapes.
Right? He was so
It was
legendary.
this is like on record, like my like Star Child, may he rest in peace, Brucey B, Kid Capri. Those are the DJs that when I heard the mixtape, I'm like, damn, them niggas sound like they're having fun. I said they sound like they're having fun.
Right.
They talking they shit. And I'm like, yo, I gotta figure that out. I gotta figure out my way of doing that, right? And then so I'm at the hut, and my best friend at the time, Frank Nitty, we're big Kid Capri fans, and and Brucey and them, and I got a picture. I actually have the picture of that night. So the Fun Cuts booth was like this big, like 4x4, and there was a stage in front and a big cutout window, and the place was rammed. And I'm going. So back then you would play your blends. Like you would the blends that you did on your mixtape, you would play them at the club. Like if they were popping, they'll go off. So I'm rocking, and Frank Nitty come. He's like, no. I played Freddie Jackson, "You Are My Lady," with the Special Ed beat, right? I played that blend, right? Band right? I played that joint, right? And then I'm getting into my other thing. And somebody pushed the door, like aggressive, like pushed the door. Now I got the headphones, I'm mixing. It kind of disturbed what I was doing, and I kind of got tight. And I look, and I got the headphones on, and there's this dude with this face, and he's just like, and I don't know what he's saying. And I closed the door. I cursed him out. I'm like, this fucking asshole going. Boom. 20 minutes later, Frank Nitty like, "Yo, kid's here." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Where he's at?" He's like, "He's right over there." So Kid would always come and he'll sit on the couch, and he had a big green hoodie on, a champion hoodie. So he there like this, and I'm like, "Yo, I just closed the door. I just slammed the door in his face. I ain't know who he was." He was like, "Yo, nigga." Boom. So I get back into my thing. Going. I play some other shit. He come walking again, and I'm like, "Oh shit, he's come." You gotta understand, I'm 19, and I'm really, technically, air quotes, I'm not supposed to be at this party killing shit. He come now he opened the door like this, like mad soft, like, and I'm like, "Yo, my bad, like, I ain't know, He's like, "Yo, I just want to know your name." He said, "What's your name?" And I was like, "Yo, Ted Smooth." Shook my hand. He was like, "Yo, keep taking it to him." He walked off. I could have just stopped right there.
Wow.
You gotta understand, like,
what that meant.
When it's genuine, when it's a genuine thing like that,
right.
That's when I was like, nobody can fuck. Like, that's it. Like, I know I am who I am. Right. He didn't come up to me and be like, "Yo, you saying shit I say, you sound like," he was like, "Yo, what's your name?" You know what I'm saying? So that moment, right, there's been a lot of great moments, but that moment right there was like,
stamp.
You can, you know what I'm saying?
That's an excellent moment.
Yeah, no, that's forever, and that just, you know what? A lot of people, they don't make it in life because they don't have confidence.
Right.
They don't have the confidence and the ambition together to go for it.
But not only that, most idols don't do that anymore because even Flex, like I have a conversation with him and he doesn't associate with every DJ.
You kidding me?
But it's not only because I'm Funkmaster Flex. It's a lot of other things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so this is a politic world. And with that being said, Smooth, what about you? What was your epitome moment?
4040 Club, Atlantic City.
Ooh, I
Jay-Z and Beyonce walked in the building. It was Beyonce's birthday. Kevin Hart, Jay-Z. Kevin Hart standing on couches. Jay-Z bouncing his head crazy. Beyonce, they sent me a bottle of Ace of Spades.
Wow.
After that, I just knew. I said, I'm going back home, and none of these niggas can fuck with me. I don't care who you is. You play with me, I'm going to tear you up. And that was it. Jay-Z and them sending me a bottle. You got Kevin Hart, you got Beyonce and them, bro. I'm going back home and I'm taking over everything. And I really came home on a rampage. No rice, no chicken, I want it all. I just came back home on my bullshit, and that was like one of my best moments.
Wow.
Other than just doing a lot of other, I did a lot of with artists, but for Jay-Z and Beyonce to be right there. If you ever been to 4040 Club in Atlantic City, it's like you up in the sky, and then there's a roll of seats, and they right on the top.
They will pull up on you right there.
Yeah.
On the top row, and I'm just like, oh shit. And I'm thinking I already ran out of gas, because in there you had to be from 10 o'clock till 5 in the morning. Right. DJing by yourself, there ain't no opening, ain't no breaks, and they walking at 3:45.
Wow.
After I'm trying to come down, so now I go right back up. And they going crazy. Yo, who this kid? And Jay-Z's sister at the time, like, yo, my brother and them, I'm hyped. My ego was on 7 million. Still to this day, my ego on 7 million.
But that's what those things are supposed to do, right? Give you some sort of inspiration.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah,
that's
man.
popular. How about you?
Well, my big break was when I think it was 2000, and I'm known in Harlem for really doing the block parties, and my block is 141st, and I had this block jam packed, and Dipset came and hung with me that day, and then Max B asked me to be one of his DJs.
Wow.
So I did a few shows with him before he actually went to jail. But that was my big break. I just knew I was it.
So I'm gonna get into a little bit of more of a controversial scenario in a sense. So DJs, right? You guys are known to like drive the party in a sense, right? The whole vibe of the party is based on the DJ. And one year it goes the promoter DJ, and one year it goes the DJ promoter, meaning that the crowd basically is set on the hottest promoter or the hottest DJ. And we had Mr. C up here a couple of weeks back, and we asked him this question, and I want to hear you guys' response to this question as well. How do y'all feel about parties and promotions? Like when you get booked for an event, is it your responsibility to push the event as much as the promoter, or do you feel like it's more of the promoter's responsibility and you to just be the DJ and play the cut? I want to hear your opinion on that, Smooth.
Which Smooth? Nah, just said that earlier. It's like Smooth. This is Ted Smooth. This is Ted Smooth. Man, that's you open a can of worms. So
let's get into it.
So again, being from the era of, I'm gonna say the best promoters of all time,
right.
which are the John Gungy Rivera's, dudes like that, that basically set the trends. Like I was in the office when he came up with the idea of doing the celebrate the birthday, everybody getting free. I was there. You dig what I'm saying? That man has pioneered so many things that to this day the promoters don't even know where they got it from. You dig what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's very simple. The promoter is the promoter.
Okay.
Right? You promote the party. Right? Now, promoting the party has gone from hitting the streets with flyers. Right. I can only speak from how I could only speak from
Keep it real,
from the way we did it.
Don't sugarcoat
No,
that
never
shit,
that.
son. Don't
Listen.
sugarcoat it.
This is my conversation, nigga. This is my conversation. I could only speak from where the level we did it at.
Okay.
All right? Latin quarters on a Sunday, late 90s, church. It's the only thing moving.
Right.
Tunnel came after that.
Right.
Diddy, Hove, everybody,
Right.
Nori, Murder Unit, everybody, Sundays, it was church. How it gets to that point? Mailing lists. You got, that annoying girl or guy that's walking around taking your name and your info and all that. Years of that creates a marketing company. Right? This is vision. This is what this dude was doing. John Gungy Rivera. Remember that name. So you got flyer guys. Literally, he had 20 flyer guys on payroll. You go to the beach, you go designated areas. You go to 34th Street, on payroll. Flyers, all day flyers. Shout to DJ Same. DJ Same, I don't even know. I'm going to say pause, but it ain't really a pause. That man has licked so many envelopes and put birthday invites. Yo, I'll be at Expo, any of these club, Metropolis, and this dude is at the club the whole day. That's all he's doing. Folding, envelope, lick the envelope. Yo, this is promotion.
Right.
That's promotion.
Right.
That's making people feel special. When I'm gonna give you some of the tricks. When the artist is sitting over there and he got 5 bottles and the wine glasses and his table look lit. That birthday person that get the free $2 bottle, their table is lit too. It looked the same. It don't look cheap. It looked the same as Diddy's table. Look just like Maria's table over there. Right. You dig what I'm saying? Okay. It's all about the perception. You dig what I'm saying? These I refuse to say these promoters now. Hold on. I'm not gonna say these promoters now, because 90% of them, they don't promote. Right? They think, and technology is part of it. Yeah. They think that I'm a post a flyer. I'm not even gonna make an actual flyer no more. I'm gonna post a flyer. My job is done.
Right.
Oh, word. Hold on. You got these $100 DJs running around, and they filming the video. They doing the website. They slaving themselves for $100. You know what? Make them promote. It's so fucked up and backwards that this is why the New York City club scene is dead.
Well, we're not gonna go. We can't go.
Hold on, let me finish up.
Go there.
Hold on. Let me
Ask for the smoke.
No, you
I'm gonna get back to it. I'm coming back. I'm going back to it. Check it out. That's why it's there. You know why? Because the promoters have devalued their responsibility. Right now, they're putting it on somebody else. And it's stupid. You know why it's stupid? Because when you put your responsibility on somebody else, they're not going to do the job the way you're supposed to do it. Hence, the owner is going to look at you, and he ain't going to give you that deal that you're supposed to get as a promoter. Why? He looking at you like, nigga, you ain't even working. So now, your party going to last a month, if that. There has not been, since Latin Quarters on a Sunday, there hasn't been another party that has lasted 5 years. Like, name it. It's gone. The mentality is gone. So between Serato allowing dudes to become a D or whatever, I'm not gonna say a DJ overnight, and then the promoter not having the respect for the real DJs to actually give that guy $50, it's all come around and fucked everything up. So the DJs, hell yeah, we supposed to promote the party. However, it is not our responsibility to put people in the club. Don't call me telling me how many people you could bring. Right. Nigga, I'm not a co-promoter. You gonna pay me for every head and the last number at the bar for these people that's drinking? No. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna promote, and that's a bonus. I'm gonna promote so my people know where I'm at. But it ain't gonna lead to your bottom dollar, and I'm not gonna get a piece of it. It don't work like that. Promote the party. I'm going to come DJ and make the people have a good time and want to come back to that party. That's my job. Anything else after that, I'm doing you a favor.
You want to add to that?
He basically summed it up, but he's right about one thing about I really more so promote parties to brand myself. That's why I will go hard. It's more so to brand myself because it's so, like he said, it's saturated with the DJs and somebody taking $100 because he played Shine a Light on them. So now he look like he did something. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be a question of mine.
It's just being honest. I'm just being honest. Like DJs do certain things they hear certain people do, and then they catch a Zoe. So it's like, oh, the promoter, such and such went crazy last night. But what he's doing, but I try to stay out of that monkey arena. I just try to stay different from all of that, and I just do what I do. Like I'm gonna promote regardless. Period. It's not about the promoter. It's about DJ Smooth Ski brand and letting people that really follow me, because I'm a DJ with followers. Where we gonna party tonight?
So you feel like, okay, even though the promoter's doing their job, you feel like the DJ benefits from pushing a party.
At the end of the day, we both benefit. You get what I'm saying? We both benefit. To me, the people that be the head promoters don't sell a party, be the sub. Just my opinion.
What about some of the DJs that work for promoters that they don't really like the promoter and they just take it for the money and then they don't push it because they don't really like the promoter?
If you know me, if I don't, you know.
These are the.
If you know me,
that's like
if I don't rock with you, if I don't
that's like
rock
a gift
with
and
you,
a curse, because it's like they either probably doing it just for business and not looking at it the right way. Because if I don't really like you, then I'm just not going to do nothing. Period.
I'm not gonna fuck with you. Everybody know that.
Like,
if I don't rock with you, you don't rock with me.
You know
I'm not gonna be on the same tune. So it's over. Let's just leave it alone.
All money ain't good money.
All money ain't good.
All money ain't good money.
No.
I mean, I'm not the biggest DJ in the world, but I've turned down a lot of calls.
Okay.
Because, I mean, all money ain't good money.
I be wanting the money, though. Don't get it fucked up.
So what are the things other than, like, I know what you asked for, your going costs. What are other things that you look into that'll make you say, nah, I'm not going to take that job?
Like when a promoter calls, they gotta, it ain't, I had a conversation with this dude that called me, and it's like, you know, when in my 20s, I would get pissed off.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Curse them out, right? But you know, now in my 40s, right? Late 40s, you know, they just don't know better. It could be a grown ass man. They just don't know better. Okay. So I'm gonna open this one up. This whole yo, I want to book you for a night, and there's 6 DJs. Just come through and do 45 minutes. We're not doing that. Like, are you shitting me? like I'm gonna give the impression to my followers when I post this flyer that I'm gonna be there.
Right.
For the night.
They expect something.
I'm gonna be there, right? Uh-huh. Meanwhile, you want me to walk in, right? Not know what the other dude played before me, right? So that becomes a guessing game. Right. I usually just ask. I've been to Barcelona. Yo, what you play? You know what I'm saying? Like, I kind of, you know, the real niggas, they ask. They really, yo, what you? So we don't want to bump our heads. So they want you to come in there and they want to pay you according to the time. Like, I don't DJ per hour.
Right.
Like, I DJ per status. Like, like my brand means something.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
So at the end of the day, if you say Ted Smooth gonna be there, people just gonna wanna be there.
Right.
You dig what I'm saying? Because of the vibe, and then it makes you look like you official.
Right.
Because I actually took your booking.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So Papa said, you know, I'll be saying, you gotta learn how to say no. Right. Anybody that don't know how to say no, they're finished.
Right.
They are finished, because that's the first step in understanding what your value is.
Right.
You got to know your value. So it was almost like, you know, he's like, no, but it's a private thing. I'm like, all right, cool. Now you hold up the conversation now. I'm going to ask you, how big is the venue?
Right.
What time is it? Am I traveling? Like, all of these things matter when you booking me. You dig what I'm saying? Because the question ain't if I'm gonna get there and I'm gonna kill it. That's not the question. Right. The question is, how are we gonna both equally benefit from the situation?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So if you got a trash ass party and I'm trust me, I'm gonna look you up. I don't care what you offer me. Me associating myself with a whack party can do way more harm than your little $1,000.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So at this point in my career, it's about protecting my brand, because I'm not gonna work this hard to where my name means something. You hear that? Ted Smooth straight. Whoa, hold on, something happening. That he did that. Hold on. Right. Who's this artist? Why would he even? He just did something with such and such. Why would he do something? It means something. Right. I'm not going, and I'm knock on wood. I'm blessed that I'm able to. I could be on my last dollar. No.
Right.
And you will never know.
Right.
I remember having this conversation with you, Danny D, Kool-Aid, and Knuckles. In the
Bronx,
Summer Park. You know what I'm saying?
No, it wasn't there summer.
That was it.
The mall.
It was LA Love.
LA
it was fourth quarter party.
Okay, fourth quarter. You was so we're gonna bring that up again. So Ted, to fill you in, we had a conversation among DJs and me, one promoter, that they all decided to gang up on in regards to households. So again, I come from an old school set working under Jessica. That's what we did. We managed DJs and we did the tunnel. And we had a lot of DJs under that umbrella. And one of the things that I was saying to them is, as far as Flex was concerned and Cap was concerned, and
rest in peace, Cap.
Rest in peace to Big Cap, was that, you know, the tunnel gave Flex that outlet. And that the way I grew up, every DJ in New York City, I can't speak for other states, but every DJ in New York City, I feel, need to have a house so that they could build their name and become different in their own. Like, to me, the only way you become a different DJ in your own real lane in New York City is to have a house. Flex the Tunnel, Smooth. You had Barcelona
and Zip Code.
You had Zip Code. You had Home
Zip
Code.
Right.
And no,
Entertainment, sports ball, Tremont. I had home.
Hold on.
Every Saturday, Atlantic City. No, don't discredit my shit.
I can't name
Madhouse King.
One house.
Don't discredit my shit.
Keys out of your head.
All right, Lord order. So y'all, we had this discussion, and some DJs felt like it was not that important, that it was more important to travel the world and be a traveling DJ. And I seem to disagree with that, because I've seen what having a house can do for a DJ. It's different when you have a house that you go to every week, and your following knows. Every Thursday, I get to hear Ted go ham. This is his house. So he plays a different set than what he plays when I hear him at the Dugout or I hear him at Esso. You see what I'm saying?
Talking that talk. Shout to
How do you feel?
shout to Moya. You know Moya's the owner. Moya was the owner. That's crazy. So
I'm from that school.
it again. This is all a big game of chess. You dig what I'm saying? Like it's a big game of chess. Like when I was at, shout to Dez, shout to Juan, OG Juan, you know, 40, that whole mob. Like, I know Juan, forget about it. You dig it from playing football. You dig what I'm saying? I know Dez, when Dez used to do Desiree from Rock Nation. I know Dez was used to do the guest list at Club 2000. You dig what I'm saying? Outside, like, you know what I'm saying? So we go back and when they opened up 40 in Manhattan, you know, I'll dip and dive in there, but you know, I'm kind of like, I didn't really want to, you know, get involved. And through Jazz Poe, I think my name came up in one of the conversations they was having at the studio, and Juan hit me like, "Yo, come through. Want to bring you in, whatever." So from 08 to late 09. I was the resident DJ at 40 in Manhattan, Friday and Saturday.
Right.
So I was like, you know what? Let me do this residency, but I'm gonna just use this to bring the clientele through. I'm gonna use this venue,
The house.
right? I'm gonna use this house to bring the clientele through and make it my satellite to give other DJs opportunities, because I knew I wasn't going to be able to do every Friday, every Saturday. Okay. So what I told Dez, I said, I'll take the gig, but I got to be able, I'll get the DJ to fill in for me if I'm not here. So I will call DJ Remo. I will call DJ Create. I will call all these other DJs to fill in for me, dudes that I knew that could rock. Right. You dig what I'm saying? Because it just made my value go up, because that's less work for them. You know what I'm saying? So at that time, I was doing that, and it just became a little too much, because I would go like a month without. So she's like, "All right, well, you gonna DJ or you not?" You know what I'm saying? You just going. So I had to give it up.
That's because you was working, but
Right.
if you was up and coming, this would be different.
No. So then I've always kept a home, like you said, Prime 116 on First Ave. I've always kept those little spots, because they give you creative freedom. You can do what you want. You know, PMD in the Bronx, I do what I want in there. Bistro, the only hip hop restaurant in New York City in the Bronx, I do what I want there. We shooting a video there.
Okay,
Wow, that's a
What
caller,
is
guys.
that? Smooth, you DJ right now?
Nah, man.
You know what I'm saying? So
Hi, caller. You on a great debate?
You on a great debate?
who this?
Hello?
Hello. You on a great debate?
Yo, this is Mr. C, but don't tell him it's me. I want to chime in.
What type of shit is that? You just said who you are.
You just said who you are.
What up, C?
Oh, y'all can hear me? Y'all can hear me?
We can hear
Yes.
Well, we can hear you.
What's up?
you. The world can hear you.
Oh, so everybody can hear me because I'm watching it, and I was trying to creep in on the surprise, but I guess everybody know I just chimed in.
We sure
Who
do.
are, y'all?
Well, we know your voice, number one.
That's true, though.
But yeah, what's up, bro?
No, I just wanted to, I'm watching everything, man. You know, y'all sounding good up there. Everything is good, man. There's a couple of things I wanted to chime in on. I wish I could have been there tonight, because Rema asked me to come, but I couldn't make it. But, you know, one of the things I want to chime in on that, well, two things. You know, like, I don't think, you know, I think sometimes we stress too much about DJs making cheap money or DJs undercutting and stuff like that. I think, like, you know, sometimes we don't really take to consideration that as DJs, you know, we have a life. You know what I mean? This is like, for most DJs, this is our livelihood. This is what we do. And I used to really take it personal when DJs would undercut other DJs. And if people that's watching, if you don't know what undercutting means, that means if Smooth Ski charged $1,500, you know, Mr. C can undercut him and charge $1,000. That's what's called undercutting. Mm-hmm. But you know, I used to take offense when DJs would undercut other DJs, but you know, and used to really take it like, you know, cats is doing anything to get in the room. But you know, as I got older, I really look at, you know, sometimes DJs got they, you know, we have this is our life. This is what we do. A lot of times we don't got 9 to 5. A lot of DJs don't have 9 to 5. So all we can do is to continue to be competitive in the market that we live in New York City, to continue to be competitive and try to override the underbidding. You know, because the underbidding is going to go on. You know, you got DJs that want to DJ. You know, they want to just get free hookah. You know what I mean? Whatever the case is, but at the end of the day, it's like the undercut is going to go on, and we really can't get mad at that. We just have to continue to be competitive and just continue to try to find our way.
The NBA,
you know what I'm saying?
baby.
Whatever the case is.
Mr. C, I created the hashtag hookah DJs. early Twitter. Early Twitter.
And the other thing I want to bring up that nobody's not really bringing up is that there's a lot of promoters that most of us DJs deal with, and whether it's from Brooklyn, Queens, Harlem, the Bronx, Staten Island, Jersey, Connecticut, we all pretty much deal with the same promoters. One thing that I really don't like about the DJ promoter game that happens a lot is that you have some promoters, not all, the good ones is the good ones, but you have some promoters that will lure a DJ to talk bad about another DJ. You feel what I'm saying? Or, you have a promoter be like, yo, I want to book you. I just had DJ X last week. He was whack, but I know you're going to come in and kill it, which would lure me to kind of start talking bad about that other DJ. And I just want to express the DJs that's listening or anybody that's listening, don't fall into those traps. Because sometimes promoters, sometimes promoters want to get you riled up to kill a room, but they want you to talk down about another DJ in order for you to get in that room. So, anybody that's watching or listening, don't fall into those traps. And Pop a Lot and Smooth Ski and Ted Smooth, three great DJs. I salute y'all. I'm watching y'all. You know what I mean? And I salute y'all. And and that's really. I just want to chime in on that and just say it's a great show, man.
Appreciate that, C.
Thank you. That was the legendary DJ, Mr. C. Thank you.
Wallop.
That was interesting though, because you do have a lot of promoters that try to pit you guys against each other. What do you do to try to counteract that?
Smooth, you actually good at, because Smooth has actually been even in my controversy. But in the essence, one thing I could say, and I'm speaking from a promoter standpoint, Smooth always finds his balance to not get involved, even when it's me and somebody that he loves.
Hold on. But the problem is the DJ still, for some reason, put me involved. I'm not fucking up your money. You fucking up your own money. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? From your own ego or whatever you got with the promoter or whoever. Right. So, with that being said, any promoter ever tell a DJ Smooth Ski say anything about them is a goddamn lie. Because I don't even look y'all way. I'm not in a race with none of y'all. I'm in a race with myself. Right. And in the scoreboard show who's in the race, I'm in the race with myself. I don't have time for that shit. Other DJs be mad. It be mad fake beef with Smooth Ski. I don't even be around. I don't hang with none of you. Y'all know Smooth Ski. I don't know Ray Sean Bolden. Stop lying. You're not my friends. Right. We didn't grow up together. So it's like, that's when people get it confused at. Oh, he cool with this person or he cool with that person. It ain't my fault that I can uplift a room or people draw to me or whatever. It's not my fault. I get a lot of conversations from a lot of promoters. They be like, yo, why Smooth on the party? Why? Because I'm going to bring out people. I'm going to pay myself. So what? Do the same. That's all I say to DJs. Do the same. Pay yourself. If you get 30 motherfuckers that follow you to come in the building, you're paid. That's $500 in your pocket for 2 hours, 3 hours, however you want to move. That's the problem. That nobody paying themselves. Everybody want to just jump on a flyer. And it's like with Flex. Flex won't post a flyer with certain DJs on it.
He will not.
Because you're getting hot
Capri
off it.
neither.
You know what I'm saying? That's why they put themselves on the flyer big. There be plenty of times I want to do that sometime. Like, oh, you got such and such and such and such. It don't make no sense. Who he? But I'm not. My ego ain't that far to where it's like, nah, let's rock. Rema tell you, it be a lot of times where controversy come my way, and I spin that shit. I'm the ultimate spinner. I'ma spin it, whatever.
See, the world is mixy nowadays. Promotion is not how it used to be. Right. Me coming from an old school element where Jessica and Chris Lighty and them, they handle business. Now you in the element where people on their personal thoughts, they not thinking about the business element because they caught up in their personal thoughts. And your personal thoughts may not be business. Your personal thoughts may be emotionally how you feel about Smoothski. I don't care about you emotionally and your emotional business for Smoothski. I care about if I have a Yonkers crowd and I say I need you to play a Yonkers set, that doesn't mean I want to hear DMX. That means that I want to hear a Yonkers set.
Ratchet.
Right. See, and this is why he gets booked. You see what I'm saying?
I know your shit.
That's an example right there. I could book somebody and say, listen, I have a crowd. Because see, my job, as Ted Smooth said, my job as a promoter is to know what the crowd is. So if I book a DJ, and I know so many of them, and they always say, oh, it's personal. It's really not. It's based off my following. I have to make sure my following is happy. So if I know that I'm at a spot uptown where I'm getting like 80% Yonkers, I need somebody that's playing Yonkers music. And I've booked DJs, and they think Yonkers music is Eve and the Locks. And it's like...
It's a whole new regime out here. See.
You wanna?
No. I agree. I mean, you talking about a whole different topic where you gotta talk about what's, as a DJ, what's more important. Mm-hmm. What's more important, crowd recognition or can you scratch? You know, you got to talk about what's more important. So there's an order that goes into that. You dig what I'm saying? If you walk in a room and you on your phone all night and you're not looking at what type of crowd, if it's chicks, if it's whatever, you're in trouble. You're in trouble because you're gonna play for yourself. You're not gonna cater to the crowd, and you're done.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? So that's a whole nother topic where order of importance, you got to do your homework. If you going somewhere, listen, real quick story. What's homeboy's name? Jesus Christ. Basketball, Donnell Marshall. Donnell Marshall, back when I was at SO, he came with his man. I need to book this dude. Donnell Marshall was doing some in PA where he's from every year for the neighborhood, whatever. 1,000 people outside, free everything. He booked me to go do the joint, right? I go up there, whatever. I ain't been in PA in a minute. On my way up there, after the fact, I realized on the radio, I was hearing Super Cat. I was hearing the Loonies. I was hearing these certain records. I wasn't paying attention, though. So we get up there, whatever, and crowd comes, big-ass gym. I'm banging out. Biggie. You know, we in the hood, right? I'm banging the joints out, right? Nobody moving. Right. Nobody moving. Right. I'm looking at my man. I'm like, the fuck is that?
Right. This is
hold on 1 second, yo. And I'm like, wait, you know, it's an urban crowd. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. And I'm like, I don't know what made me play that Loonies record. Shit took off. And I'm like, wait a minute, for this shit? And then it started playing back. It started playing back in real time. Like, wait a minute. What did I hear on my way over here when the station changed from Hot 87 to the other station? Super Cat. I just start going, all that shit that I heard, killed the party. Yo, my nigga, you killed it. And that was my lesson. Wow. Thank God I didn't bomb. But if I didn't play that Loonies record, I would have been out of there.
So I'm glad you brought that up because I'm not a DJ. I love music. I'm not a DJ. What goes, like when you walk into a party, what goes, like, take me through, what do you look at the people? What makes you think about what kind of set you going to put
I can answer that because I'm known as a good opener. And I'm known as a good opener, so I can answer that.
Opener set the tone for everything.
We got a caller.
Text though and say how it's looking.
Welcome to the great debate. You're on, caller.
I'm going to text my opener and say that.
Hello, caller.
Hello, caller. Yes.
It's C again. I want to ask him a question.
Okay, C. Listen, you wanted to be anonymous. Now you keep calling back.
He might as well stay on the phone.
No, I want to ask him a question again.
Okay.
What's up?
What's your question?
Oh, okay. Here's my question. Because I want to get to the root. I'm watching this and I want to get to the root.
Okay.
First and foremost, I want to know from all three DJs who their favorite all-time DJ is.
Okay.
Right? All right? And second of all,
known fact.
I don't think that we really I don't think that we really salute the type of impact that Smooth Ski and his two brothers, Razy and Spazzo, what the fuck they doing in this market. Because I have never seen like three brothers in the same age bracket do what they doing right now in New York City.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Sig. We appreciate that.
Think we're picking that up enough. And like what was that Smooth Ski last year when all three of y'all was on I-97 together for a mixed weekend, like stuff like that. I've never seen stuff like that.
I mean,
So,
let's not forget their fathers be fats as well. That makes it
Absolutely.
special.
I mean, the family
Right.
is a musical family.
I mean, B-Fats come from my era, from the, the 70s and the 80s era. But for Smooth Ski and Ray-Z and Spazzo to be killing shit at the same time in this same era,
That's a fact.
Yeah.
it's like that's kind of unheard of.
That's a big
So,
thing.
I just want to big up Smooth Ski and his brothers
Appreciate
for
that.
doing what they're doing. But,
Yes, sir.
but most importantly, I want to know who's your favorite all-time DJ. I'm not calling no one.
You can keep calling back.
I'm gonna go with mine. Can I go? I got two though.
Okay, you got
And
two.
there's no disrespect to none of the DJs, but I'm more so, because like I grew up in a household with these guys. Like I was a kid. I'm gonna say mine's is DJ Hollywood and Love Bug Starsky.
All right.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
I'm not. Is no. A lot of people like Kid Capri's. I love Kid Capri's.
But I know why you choose
those are
two.
mine.
You know why you choose those two.
That's like my uncles.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Those are my
absolutely.
uncles, but a lot of shit that people was doing, I was hearing
Long time
in the
ago.
back park as a kid,
Long time
looking
ago.
out the window. So it's like, when people start talking that talk, I'm like, hold on,
Facts.
what happened to Hollywood? Or he's still great
Absolutely.
today.
Yeah.
I mean,
He'll play 100 remixes on you, but he's still great. Like, no, for
Hollywood is
real.
What about you, Popular?
I mean, I grew up on 41st and 40th and 39th. So I mean, all I knew is Love Bug Starsky. I'm right there on Leonard. He from 40th.
right.
So all I knew in the park was him and Double J and Star Child. Like Star Child was right there too.
Right.
On 40th. So that's all I knew was them. After them, then came the SNSs and the DJ Capones and the Knuckles. I knew Knuckles too when I was growing up because my
Shout out to Knuckles.
I
My
got a
family
story
from
about
Grant.
Knuckles,
My
too.
family from Grant.
I
So
tried to get
I knew
Mr. 212 on
I
panel.
got a story. Hold on,
know.
Ted, 1 second. I got a story about Knuckles.
We all
DJ Knuckles, yo,
too.
like on some real shit. Like, that's my brother. Like, all that crew shit is like a Danny D too. All that. Knuckles gave me my first pair of real Autoform needles.
Wow.
Knuckles was bringing Fat Man Scoop when I was throwing basement parties on 153rd in Bradhurst. Downstairs in the basement, you got Fat Man Scoop performing in the basement.
Wow.
You remember shit like that when I was doing all that in Harlem? So it's like Knuckles is like, he's very underrated.
He's a good dude.
Absolutely.
He's very underrated.
Knuckles, he come from Knuckles is from that back
That era.
He's from that.
Knuckles was sneaking me in Parkside Plaza, carry the crates.
And
you
one
need to
thing
come
about
listen to me. You
Knuckles,
need to come listen. Like,
he will
Knuckles
give you
is
knowledge.
great.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Knuckles
definitely
talk-
was.
OG, it's OG, it's different.
Yeah.
But
It's OG.
another thing, like in 2010, I already knew Smooth Ski because we used to actually fight with each other. But he actually grabbed me because I had my own thing, and I had PJs on Wednesdays, and then I had things like I forgot the name of this club on 138th. I think it was Epiphany. I had those clubs. So one day it was crazy how it happened because he needed something in the club, and I was right down the block, and someone came down. Matter of fact, it was zip code. Something happened, and I think he needed a needle, and I was right down the block. And when I came, I gave him a needle, and he was like, "Yo, what you doing tomorrow?" And I was like, "No, why?" He was like, "I need you to. What was it? What was that club right there on Lenox Avenue, 33rd?
Get your memory right, baby.
What was it?
Jalissas?
Jalissas.
Oh,
He said, "Come to
it's
Jalissas."
that, right?
2010. He said, "Come to Jalissas, and I'm gonna let you rock out for me."
Wow.
And that's how that happened.
Wow.
That's how.
My man Ted got something
Ted,
to
you
say.
gotta tell us
Well,
who you're.
I'm gonna give y'all for those. Hopefully, there's a lot of people watching that are into NBA basketball. I'm gonna give you a total opposite of what Mr. C said about about the Bolden brothers.
I like the way
So,
you did that.
so the Bolden brothers are three brothers, right, that are actually doing a motherfucking thing, right? Their dad is legendary, and he ain't fucking saying much. He ain't bragging. He ain't saying my son this, my son that, my son. Don't confuse the Bolden brothers with the Ball brothers, with Lonzo Ball and LeVar Ball. That's a different family. You got a dad that's talking crazy about their kids, and the kids ain't doing much. That's not what these guys are doing. Three brothers that are doing their thing and that are actually nice at what they do. We probably won't see that again.
No, we won't.
We probably won't see that again. So I'm gonna clap it up.
You guys.
Right,
Because that's very rare.
That's why I said, B-Fat, you have to add. When I think of your brothers,
It was brought
I
up the
always
right
have
way.
to add your father.
Yeah.
Because
Always.
it makes it an extra special situation. Yes, it's three of y'all all the same age, y'all all currently hot, and y'all all in different lanes. He does what he does. Spazzo does what he does. And when you book them, they're not the same.
Totally opposite.
So I book Ray Z for certain parties. I book Spazzo for certain parties. I book Smooth. They're not the same, but they're brothers, and that's what's dope because there's a lot of brothers who don't do nothing different from one another.
Right.
That's a fact.
Right.
That's a fact.
Right? Everybody's doing the same thing. You won. You two, but you really won. But they're really three. But you still gotta give us Test Smooth who
Yeah,
were.
my three favorite DJs, like I said earlier today, rest in peace, DJ Star Child, the Chief Rocker, Brucey B, and Kid Capri.
Bruce.
I got to meet Star Child before he passed away, so I'm cool with. I'm great with that. I've put Brucey B on records. I put Kid Capri on records. These are my peers. These are dudes that I look up to, and they look up to me, and it's just that mutual respect. You know what I'm saying? So that's it. That's me in a nutshell, for sure.
As DJs, when you think about music now, I know that everything has to change, and music goes through its phases. When you think about music now, do you feel? Some people, it's a big thing about creativity is gone, and everybody wants to do the same thing. Everybody wants to sound the same. What do you feel about music and the direction that it's going?
Is music's supposed to refresh. Everything is a refresh. It's the refresh button. See, people can't keep up because they stuck in the past. Some people stuck in boom bap, and I like all of it. I like the new records. I like the A Boogies. I like the million niggas out here that sounding like A Boogies. I like it. Everybody you gotta embrace this shit nowadays. You can't, this guy, I remember. We not going back there. We moving forward. And whatever's going forward as a DJ, you just gotta stand strong and just do your homework. You can weed this shit out, you know what I'm saying? Just keep doing your homework. That's the problem. Like everybody, I don't like this music. It's a refresher. My daughter don't like our music.
Right.
Oh, okay.
YouTube took over. My son, 2 years old, he be typing up shit. I be like,
Shout out to
you get what I'm saying? So it's like it's refresh, everything refresh. So I don't get involved in I don't like this music. It's dudes from the hood that's hot, won't get on, but got hot records in the hood. So it's like that's the problem. We just not embracing the people that we know too.
Yeah.
We go for the whoever hot or whoever made it that quick or whoever got a million YouTube views. But there's a lot of hot dudes in the hood. But music is like a refresh button. You just gotta stick with it, weed it out.
Speaking of hot, Smooth, what is it that drives you to work? You're one of the few DJs. This game is different than how it used to be. Before, a lot of people got booked. Everybody got booked. Now the venues are far few and small between. The work dwindles. But you, on the other hand, every time I go on Instagram, every weekend, Smoothski at a spot. And if I don't see the
2
flyer,
spots in one night, maybe
it's true.
3.
I might have to hit you like, Smooth, where you at?
Check
See
the
what I'm saying?
scoreboard. You violate.
So but true talk to all the DJs that want to be in the mix, that are trying to get their break. What separates you that you get work versus the other DJs who struggle in getting bookings?
And what would you tell them to help them improve?
See, the whole thing is what DJ Self used to tell me. Yo, get hot. That was his favorite. Yo, you gotta get hot.
What does that mean?
Just get hot. Like, you gotta do shit to get yourself hot. Whether I come out with a record that I might play myself that everybody will grasp it to, or it's just staying relevant. Basically, it's just stay on top of your game and fuck with your followers. See, the problem is I fuck with my followers genuinely. Like, if you follow me and I'm gonna text you sometime. Yo, I'm over here. Pull up. So you just gotta fuck with the people.
Okay.
Hi, caller. You on the air? It's the Great Debate.
How you doing? What's going on?
We know your voice.
Kevin.
Relax.
Was you trying to be incognito?
I got a good question. Just real quick. I'm having a debate with Karina a little bit sometimes.
Oh, here we go.
Alright,
Don't
so I got
start.
a question, Smooth Ski.
All right.
Name your three best weekly spots that you've done.
Uh-oh.
Three best.
Recently, or like up?
No, not recently.
Of all time?
Most memorable. Your three best weekly spots. We're in movies every week.
All right.
First, I'm gonna say 40/40 Club. Then I'm gonna say Barcelona was like the tunnel to me. You get what I'm saying? My era. And then it's what else? Where else I was at every week?
One more.
Where else I was at every week?
I might be a part
Stop
of that.
coercing him. Stop coercing him.
I don't know.
There's a couple of spots. There's a couple of weeklies that I did that I like. Even like when we first started Taboo, $2 Tuesday, $2 Tuesday, and the Taboo days with Black Silk and Big Will too.
So what now? So what's your question, caller?
I was just trying to figure that out because I know it was weird. I love Tuesdays. Kasiki House was very.
Hold on. Look, no disrespect. No, he's dead right.
That's facts.
Shout out to 914 Fat Cat. Shout out to Fat Cat.
Shout out to Fat Cat.
If you mention that'd be two Tuesday spots I was a part of.
Yeah.
I mean, part of it. I'm not the Tuesday cat in New York.
Tuesday. Kasike House was the game. That was the game. Kasike House was
Caller,
the game.
you have any other questions, caller?
Well, hold on. Could you please? Why you rushing me? All right, question. Let me ask you a question. How did you feel, Smolsky, about your Yonkers, your vibe? How did you build that Yonkers vibe? Just curious.
I built the Yonkers vibe. First time I got the Yonkers was who booked me first? It was Pretty Black took me first, and then 914 was on the come up, and I came up like 914 was on the come up, like he was a ticket seller.
Allegedly.
Oh no, he was a ticket seller.
No shame.
He was a ticket seller. No, trust me. It's certain promoters you watch grow.
914, you hear Rema, right?
Like this dude grew, bro. Like this dude on his back. I give it to him. I always salute 914.
Anything else, caller?
He grew.
Okay.
But he wanted me to interview him, nigga. Get the fuck on the phone, man.
Shout out to Papa.
Give us a shout out.
I appreciate all y'all. Catch Move You Killed on Salsa on Sunday. I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that.
Thank you, caller.
I'm gonna talk to Rema. Stop hating. I'm gonna talk to you though.
Thanks, 914. So listen, guys, before we got our other caller, I was asking you as a DJ, what goes through your head when you walk into a party?
Oh, it gotta be popping.
So what goes through your head? I mean, do you start thinking about what kind of music you're gonna put on the set? Do you think you see it like what goes through your head?
You know how when you as a DJ, when you walk through the building, it's the vibe.
Okay.
And it starts from the opener DJ.
Okay.
If I'm not doing the whole party, because if I'm doing the party, I'm gonna open up, I'm gonna play middle, I'm gonna close, I'm gonna do it how I want my build up on me.
Okay.
But the opener DJ is supposed to set the vibe, which now is the opener DJ try to kill you. So you gotta reset them now. Like we call it the hard reset. You gotta reset them now. So at the end of the day, it's like, so now it's just like you just gotta come in and kill. You just gotta have a killer instinct. That's just my opinion as far as a DJ. You gotta have a killer instinct because the music, they just now it's like they can't wait to get the hot joint
they just
on.
want to turn up.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like everybody trying to build their name. It's the NBA. They want to dunk on you every time. I can catch this dunk on Jordan. I'm the man. Iverson crossed Jordan. Iverson was the man. Nigga crossed Smooth Ski. Oh, he killed me. He kind of had Smooth against the ropes last night. I'm not letting that happen.
I think it's about confidence, though, isn't it, though? Because if I come into a set and the opener DJ's killing it and the party and the vibe is good, I'm thinking that's building up for me. So I'm not really thinking like, oh, my energy's not gonna go down. If I feel like if the person on before me got the crowd ready and ripe, then I get on and I just smash it regardless of what they play. It's about your vibe.
I actually like when I'm going to a spot, whether it's in town or out of town, and I get there and it's like 20 minutes to my set, and then he just start ringing off the top 10 records on the radio station. I like that because you know why? Because over time, the crowd has become hip to that move. You dig what I'm saying? The crowd has become hip to that move, and at the end of the day, if you're a real DJ, any real DJ is gonna be able to still get his shit off without playing. I don't like playing new records. I really don't, because it's like not really.
Don't make Mr. C call back.
No, it's not. You know why? No, because for the fact that listen, I live by that rule from back in the days. You don't play records twice. You don't play records twice. You never. No, I'm telling you what I live by. You should have enough bullets in your gun to go. But the problem is, some of these DJs, they play all the new hip hop records. They got 3 reggae records, and they probably got 1 club record, and they're done. Yes, I'm saying. So at the end of the day, and then they're going to a folder. So now the play this just by their genre. Like you got, I was playing soca at Sofa on Sunday. Pop that off. You dig what I'm saying? I haven't played that sofa in a long time. You dig what I'm saying? You gotta, like you said, you gotta get your confidence to the point that you going I want to say something about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this what we doing.
Welcome to the great debate.
Yeah, I'm not one about that again.
Hold on. There you go. Mr. C.
Hold on. Wait, see. Hold on.
Call me FaceTime,
nigga. Before you say something, see, right? I want to say something. Number one, I want to say, like, me being comfortable with opening, right? This is the reason why a lot of, like, big DJs don't like the new DJs, because they don't know how to open.
No, who's talking now? Who's talking?
This is Pop. The new DJs don't know how to open. Shout out to Mr. C, because he has asked me to open. You know, like, I've opened for Ted Smooth. I always open for Smooth Ski. Right. You know, things like that. But it's so much music to where you don't have to play. Not even 2000 music. Like, I like 90s music. I play R&B 90s all day. I could do it. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about. I don't care. Even though, I mean, if I have to stay later in a party, and I know it's after 12 o'clock, okay, I could come up a little bit, but I'm not going to go to where it's like the last crushing records, because there's still somebody going to come back, after me. Right. Like, it's nothing wrong with that. Like, some people be like, nah, I got to get it off. Like, no, you don't, because sometimes you may be seen because of that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I personally don't care about being a closing DJ anymore. Like, I used to be like, oh, I want to be a closer. I really don't care for it no more, because of the fact that, like, where I'm at, and people's calling me back. Like, it's people calling me back, like, hey, what you doing this day? Like, I need you to do that for me. Could you do this for me this day? Like, I'm cool with that now, to be honest. Like, so.
See, what up?
Yo, I mean, the reason, like Papa said, there's been times I asked him to open up for me. There's a reason that I would call on, if I go up to your part of town, if I go up to the Bronx or I go up to Harlem, and I got a choice to choose an opener, and let's say, like, I choose like somebody like Papa or so a couple of other cats from Yahweh to let them open. The reason that I may choose that type of cat, like a Papa is because he know how to kill it without killing it. That's the whole key of opening. Knowing how to kill it without killing it. Knowing how to kill it without overshadowing a headline and DJ or whatever the case is. But what I will say is, like, going to what Smooth Ski said about that killer instinct when you get on, because now it's so competitive. When DJs, we go on, first and foremost, promoters got to stop doing that 5-6 DJ shit on the line.
Thank you.
Let's keep it funky.
Paying niggas about a pound.
Okay. I'm still going to try to kill
You can't tell a promoter how to run. Ho. DJs cannot tell a promoter how to run the party, though.
Nigga be playing the same shit over there.
Say it again, Rema, what you said?
I said a DJ, the same way y'all want us to respect y'all by saying that we promote, well, it may be a party that they want to require to do 6 DJs. You can't tell a promoter how to do the party.
Here's the thing, with that 5-6 DJ shit, with that 5, 6, you're bound to hear the same record at least 2 to 3 times a night. That's number one. Because,
that's horrible.
Because just like we talked about undercutting earlier, the undercutting with the price, now you got DJs undercutting each other, getting on before the next one to get the hot record on, to get their shit on without respecting who's going to be the headliner DJ.
Well, I'm going to give y'all a little secret. I'm going to give y'all...
If you had minimal amount of DJs, if you had like no more than 3 DJs on the bill, then it's going to be more of a respectful order of each DJ and knowing what they need to come in and do.
Well, see, I'm going to give you a little inside tip. I don't know about Brooklyn, but I'm speaking for Uptown. There's few and far venues, so the budgets are not like that. So the 5 or 6 DJ is the thing of the past. People don't have the budget anymore. People don't really have the budget anymore.
Easter Sunday with fucking Fish.
Salsa's a different monster, though. See, Salsa's a different monster. They machine runs way different than your average club. See, I promise you that.
No, you know what it is though. You know what it is.
The DJs are promoters. That's how they do it.
You know what it is. You know why somebody like a Fish will book 5 or 6 DJs? Because he wants 5 or 6 DJs to promote.
Hello.
So it goes
Absolutely.
That's what I just said.
Earlier conversation that we had earlier about should DJs should promote. So Fish will put 5 or 6 DJs on the bill because he wants everybody to push the party. He don't care. He don't care if it's a train wreck with all the DJs getting on playing the same shit. He don't care about that.
All right, see,
he don't care about everybody promoting it.
All right, see, so
that's where the fine line comes in at.
All right, see, stay right there. Since you're already on the panel, you might as well just hold.
Yeah, you might as well stay on the phone.
I have a question for the DJs on the panel. Since we talking about Fish, shout out to Fish, the Sasako Fuego team.
Shout out to Joe.
All love.
And I got love for Fish. This ain't something that I haven't told people.
We're talking, we're having a real conversation. But since we're bringing that topic up, I was saving this, trying to say this for last, but let's talk about it. Relationships, promoters versus DJs, and the relationships. I've been, when I had the promoters up here, I got a lot of scrutiny for not asking that question to the promoters. When I had Rope and 914 Biz, and we had Patrice, but I don't want to say Bink. Sorry, Bink, for saying your government.
Buddha.
Oh, okay.
When we had them up here, I got a lot of slack. I got people calling me and inboxing me, and it was the same question over and over again. That's why I want you to stay on pause for a second. A lot of people ask me, why did I not ask this question? So I'm going to ask the DJs this. How important or fucked up is it about the way that a DJ has a relationship with a promoter, whether the promoter's hot or not?
It's very important because you can't really call how that's gonna go for you. You dig what I'm saying? Because you if you have a relationship with a certain promoter, you live and die by if that promoter is going to fall or keep going. So you got to be very careful with putting all your eggs in one basket.
Okay.
You dig what I'm saying? I just try to keep it fair and consistent with all the promoters, because the minute you start charging this one something and charging the other one something because y'all cooler, that's going to become a problem, because the promoters all talk to each other. So it's the same thing. So you just got to try to be fair and consistent with all the promoters, and whether they like you or not, they're going to respect you. They're going to respect
a promoter that you close with. Wait, hold on. Do you treat a promoter that you close with differently than you would a promoter that you just do regular business with?
Differently in what sense? Differently in what sense?
Money
wise?
Differently meaning that I might switch a booking around for that promoter.
You should be switching a booking for no promoter.
I might take $100 less for a promoter.
I just said you got to keep it consistently across the board.
I might promote harder for a particular promoter. I might get more people to come out for one promoter versus another promoter.
I'm speaking. This is Ted Smooth speaking. I don't. Again, man. If I'm promoting, just like Smoothski said, I'm promoting for myself first and foremost, and then I'm promoting for the promoter. In essence, right? At the end of the day, I don't work according to my relationships. Okay. I work according to what I'm gonna do when I'm in that party. So the price is the price.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the fairest way to be to yourself.
Can I say something?
Go ahead, Mr. C. This ain't Love and Hip Hop, the DJ version.
We talked about this with Rema a couple of weeks ago when I was up there with Rema. Like, with
Allegedly.
I treat all promoters the same, whether it's somebody I've known for 10 years or 5 years. So, but what I do understand is, and this is something that a lot of DJs don't get. What I do understand is every promoter or event planner, because there's a difference between a promoter and an event planner.
Facts.
It's two different, right?
Yep.
Every promoter or event planner got their go-to DJ. Everyone got their go-to DJ. And no matter what you try to do to try to break up as a DJ, no matter what you try to do to try to get into that circle of their go-to, it ain't going to happen. So, for example, I'm just going to bring up 914. Smooth Ski is 914.
Okay, because I thought you was gonna say me. I thought you was gonna say me.
914. I can take 914 to fucking Mr. Childs or whatever the fuck. It ain't gonna. I'm not gonna be.
They having it.
That's my fucking guy. That's my guy.
But you know, this is the thing. It goes back to Jessica and Flex. Jessica had the tunnel, and you couldn't do nothing to break Flex on her heart.
Me and Gungi, same thing.
You know, even if a 914 book Mr. C,
Unique is
who's
SNS.
his guy, you have to respect that relationship that 914 may have with.
No, but 914 will. 914.
Let's not.
914 will fuck with other dudes. Don't like. It's not like he just go to me.
But Smooth, you're not hearing what I'm saying. I said 914 may book Mr. C. But you're his guy.
Yeah.
You're his guy, meaning that
It's a following, though.
It's loyalty. It's loyalty.
It's not really loyalty.
You gotta build that.
It's loyalty to your following and what your following likes.
The go-to shit, he's gonna go to you.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
but hold on, let me explain.
The first party coming up, she's going to you.
The first call.
Certain people.
I did not just say don't say me.
Hold on, let me finish. I'm on the phone. Let me finish. There's certain people, there's certain promoters that got go-to DJs that, and where other DJs get mistaken and they think they can break that bond.
Right.
Your role as a DJ is to just get booked, you rock the party, and you go home.
Right.
But where a lot of DJs get personal and they take shit to heart is they think because they getting booked that, okay, we're cool now. Nah, nigga, this is business.
That's
and
important.
whoever my go-to person is, that's who I'm fucking with.
Right.
And that's where DJs take shit more personal, and they should not take it personally.
That's a fact right
Okay.
there.
Okay.
You summed that up right there, player.
I mean, you know, again, I'm speaking from
go
a
back
whole.
to
I'm speaking from a totality standpoint. I mean, it's loyalty to a degree, but what builds the loyalty is my fan base, right? So I have a following that likes a particular type of sound. So I have to find that person that pleases that sound every time without me having, as a promoter, you don't want the headache of, I don't know if this person's gonna have my bar move at 2 in the morning. See, that's how I think. I'm thinking about my bar at 2 in the morning. You see what I'm saying?
And that's another skill that these DJs lack. These DJs think that, oh, I'm going to come in there and I'm going to have the dance floor shaking for 5 hours. Nobody's at the bar spending money. You got to know how to work that room. You got to know how to work that room with your music. You know what I'm saying? So you touched on something that the promoter, the bar got to make money. If you can't rotate...
My bar at 2 o'clock.
So that's why I was asking
you gotta rotate that crowd with the music.
Like, what do you, when you look at your crowd, if it's a lot of females, do you think of that? What kind of set you're gonna play for that? If you see,
of course.
you know, like, because I'm not a DJ.
Yeah.
I said, I just like music.
It's all about
and I like
the
to
vibe
dance.
of the opener.
It's the vibe of the opener.
It's the vibe of the opener. If I'm not controlling the whole party, it's the vibe from the opener. If the
But you know, back to what Smooski said earlier about the opener, about how openers try to kill other DJs. Always remember to the DJs on the panel and any DJs listening, always remember, every DJ got a weakness. There is no 100% perfect DJ. So no matter what opener you're coming on behind, that person has some type of weakness that you, as you being the next DJ, that you can prey on, that you can get on behind him and go around using his weakness as an advantage for you. Every DJ has a weakness. I don't care how nice you are. I don't care how talented you are.
Care who you is.
That's why you gotta have your. That's why you gotta have your genres on
and
that.
when you come on behind that DJ, it's about tapping on to what he's not going to fuck with to where that's what you're gonna.
So true.
And you gotta know the crowd, just point blank. Right. When it comes to this shit, it's like
order.
You gotta know the crowd. It's like you can't go out of town in the blind. You gotta know the crowd.
And there's so many DJs.
So what kind of research do you do with that?
And confidence is a motherfucker.
A motherfucker.
You gotta be confident. You know, a DJ is basically a car salesman. If I can play a record that no other DJ has played that night, and it's a record so to the left, if I sell that motherfucker, niggas gonna rock you. They gonna rock you.
Yeah. It's about controlling the room.
It's about controlling.
You're right.
And there's so many times that we have booked DJs and they will say on the flyer, why you got that person playing? That person don't fit. And they'll come out to the spot and hear the person play and be like, oh, then the next thing I know, I see the person on that person flyer. I don't get you feel good about that because you're like, I knew that this DJ was hot. But you wasn't hearing me. You said it didn't fit. That you came in a spot and you like.
See, can I cut you up? You know what I call hot? Consistency. See, this way everybody got fucked up. Oh, niggas is hot because he killed 1 or 2 parties. How consistent is this guy?
How hard is it? You got Serato. You got every record in the world. Like,
this shit ain't
that hard to do.
How consistent is these people? Like, there's a lot of dudes that's hot that nobody knows. That's really consistent. But I'm watching them. I'm not watching my average hood niggas.
And it's about consistency, and it's about what type of different events are you doing?
Facts.
Okay, we're doing the Barcelona I Love Tuesdays, but then we also doing the corporate party.
Right.
We're also doing weddings. And then we also
$11.99.
The bag is all the same. The bag is the same.
And we also traveling in and out of town.
Consistency and the versatility.
Yeah.
You gotta, because I go out of town a lot. A lot of people, I go out of town a lot. And I go with the same killer instance out of town. But one thing I do know is get cool with the DJ that's hot out there.
Right.
Listen to the radio out there. See what's going on.
Going back to that Yonkers, right? Don't play DMX.
Yeah, people don't. You just gotta do your homework. Like, the whole shit is about doing your homework. Read the crowd. Just because people know you don't mean they gonna fuck with you. Straight up.
Right.
Why? Because they might like Mr. C. They like Tomorrow. They like Smooth Ski the next day. Then they go to Ted. Then they go down the block. Then they like DJ so and so.
I think that every DJ has their own genre, and as a fan or a promoter or anybody doing business with DJs, you need to know that. You need to know that every DJ doesn't do everything. I book Kid New for a particular thing. Kid New plays ratchet, but I won't book Kid New for that. I'm booking Kid New for that hot shit he doing on the radio right now, that throwback shit. Kill that shit. I might book Smooth because I got a younger crowd and they want to hear that bang bang get 'em up. I might book Ted Smooth because I got a sexier crowd and they want to sip Moscato all night.
But that's what it goes back. That's what it goes back to the consistency, like that Smooth Ski was saying. Consistency and versatility is going to always keep you working out here as a DJ. Consistency and versatility.
Right.
If I'm Smooth Ski and I can do Rema party, but then I can go toe to toe with DJ Hollywood as well and go do Sam's with Hollywood. You get what I'm saying? Like that's the versatility. That's the consistency. That's reaching to a broader audience. That's making your brand bigger, and that's letting it be known that you can go into almost any room and adapt into any room and play in any style in any room.
But see, these young I was about to say these young DJs cannot do that. They are not.
Let me stop that right there. The young dudes can't do that because the young dudes don't know the music. They only know the music that's happening right now. They don't have the wherewithal to go back and get some 90s reggae. Go get some R&B classics. Go get some soca. Go get some 90s R&B. They don't put that work in to know. I don't care. Hold on. See. I don't care. I've always said this. Hold on. You gotta finish my point. Let me.
The young kids not knowing.
You got no. You got it.
So many.
We can't do that. See, no.
Hold on. See, you gotta let me finish my point because what we're not gonna do is just because I say young DJs, you're not gonna put the blanket like I'm talking about every young DJ. I know a couple of young DJs that do. I'm saying overall. What I'm saying is I don't care what DJ gets on before me or after me. It is impossible in an hour of time that you're going to open up for you to play that many records that you're going to put me in a trap. That's never going to happen. There's not that many records that exist. You can play all the new shit. I'm going to come with a different thing. So if you don't have, like I said, the bullets in the chamber to survive that, you're not going to survive. You got to be able to have enough music and the knowledge of the music. You know what I'm saying? Don't play this is how we do it and then Poison right after that. Yeah, it goes together, but if you know your music, you know that those two records don't go together.
That's a petty.
Right, no, but I'm saying it's a different level. It's a different level of knowing your music.
Two things to your point real quick. Here's the thing. One, you gotta remember the era that we're living in right now with the audience that we play for, which is majority, I'm 52, so you're around my age, you're around in that same bracket, right?
I'll be 48 May 2nd.
Is most of the people that we play for is younger. So we are in a playlist era. So even though technically, sonically, we know, me and you know that this is how we do it and Poison don't go together, but it's sonically to a 25-year-old kid, a 30-year-old kid, it does sonically go together because that's something that those two records would be something that they would have in their playlist.
See, we got
a Spotify type of playlist.
See, wait, hold on. Hold on, see, we got another caller.
I don't know what's talking, but so sometimes you got to take the technicality out of it just a little bit because we're dealing with a generation that didn't come up where we came up from. So that's a little bit different. Hold on, but back to the young point about the young DJs not having music or not knowing about music. Most young DJs, believe it or not, most young DJs do have music in their laptop. Or do have classic music in their laptop.
They got your set.
Or their laptop organized, and
that's what I'm saying.
Their laptop organized.
Anybody can buy a hard drive, or you gonna know what you do with it.
All right, see, we thank you for calling in, but we got other callers. I'm
gonna call you back. Love, see.
And you know what? It's interesting that you guys say that because as a person, as a patron on the other side, listening to music, I would like to hear different stuff. Sometimes when you hear the same thing, it's like you like it, but I want to hear something different. And I hear it and I'm like, oh, damn, I remember that song. And that's what makes the party fun.
That's what creates these parties where you go and nobody paying attention to the DJ. The DJ don't even matter. That's the worst thing in the world.
Every flyer say NYC rotating.
That is the worst thing. Like for DJs to be in a party and you not reacting to what the DJ playing, right. You suck. Right. Like you really are not engaging with this crowd. Right. So that's what creates that. When the DJs don't know how to move around within the night, you're not a good DJ. You're not doing your job.
Hey, I hope to say Mr. C. Caller, you on the air. It's the great debate.
Hello?
Hi.
I am calling with a question.
We're listening.
For School Ski and Test Room, when y'all were coming up and y'all were doing like openings, bookings, how did y'all handle promoters who try to dictate like the music, like it's 11 o'clock, but y'all want me to play 6-9, or it's 11 o'clock and you want me to play like it's 2 in the morning?
I've never had that. You can rock.
Well, at the end of the day, I never had that problem, but I'm gonna tell you straight up, the whole thing is you gotta play for the crowd. You can't play 6-9 when there's 69 people in the club and the club holds 500 people. So you should know as a DJ, you got the ultimate spin. It go back to the ultimate spin. When you listen to promoter, but you ain't listening to the promoter.
I got you.
You gotta learn that. It's called the ultimate spin. All right, I got you.
They do that.
I got you.
I hate when they do
You are in control, brother. Remember that.
My thing is then you get static with the promoters. Now the promoter like, you need to be playing this. He's like, I'm trying to build this shit for the guy that's coming in that's gonna close. So then you get tension with the promoter because you ain't breaking off top 100 hits. And it's only 11:30.
Well, you might as well just pack up and leave the party and tell the promoter to kiss your motherfucking ass. See, you gotta learn that part too. See, you gotta learn that part.
This the other thing. If a promoter's coming up to you and they're telling you to play that new Drake record at 10:30, that promoter don't respect you. That promoter does not respect you. to allow you to do your job is to open up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I take. I never had that problem. Like, whoever books me, they booking me for a reason, and they know I know what to do. And that's it. They ain't got to tell me nothing. Now, if you got a special request, somebody's birthday, or, you know, somebody came and, they just spent $2,000, then that's a conversation, but it never means that you're automatically going to just be a jukebox. Like, I'm not a jukebox. Let me work what I'm supposed to work. So it's a fine line.
Thank you for calling in. Thank you for calling in. So you guys, we about to be on the last leg of the show.
Last leg.
I mean,
it's shutting down. I mean, it's over.
Yeah.
No, you gotta be careful with the last leg.
That is
last leg.
But no.
1 2 1 2.
I was thinking about another show that we could possibly do. We would love to have you guys back, and we would like to have some up and coming.
No, you gotta bring the older guys.
No, I was gonna say I really want to. I'm trying to work on Kid Capri and Brucey B.
You gotta wait. And have
you hear me? Kid Capri and Brucey B.
You ain't gonna never get
You gotta work.
I need
Call Chris now.
Yo, Karima.
I need you on the show.
Karima, the only way you can pull that off is just come to one of my old school jams. They'll be there together. Come to old school jam.
Since we on the last leg of the show, I
they'll
want
be
to
there.
shout out
Believe that.
again for my nice hoodie that he gave me for my birthday, and I'm smooth. Tomorrow we have the dugout. I was thinking we do a little promo.
Yeah, no, niggas got records out.
Now she want the promo. But you ain't talking about the records. We got
records out. We get things moving out here. What are we talking about?
The great debate.
Who this?
Hello. Yes, this is Joe Butter representing the BX.
Hey, what up, Joe?
How you doing? I just wanted to salute everybody up there in the panel. What's up, Smooth Ski?
What up,
and Ted Smooth.
Yes, sir.
DJ Popular. I want to salute you guys.
Yes, sir.
I just had a question. My son is 17 now. He started DJing at 16. I know me and Smooth Ski, we talked about him at my man's wake. His name is the MacBook Pro DJ Little Butter, and I just want to ask you a question. In your opinion, they're saying that I see a lot of DJs are saying that if you're not on turntables and using controllers, you're not a real DJ. I just want to get your point of view on that.
Okay.
Listen, man, it don't matter. It don't matter what you DJ on, man. As long as you play good records and keep engaged to the crowd, it doesn't matter what you use. Respect technology. I used to have I don't even want to name all of them. They all used to, you playing the CD player and you using that with the turntables and yada yada yada. Everybody on the computer now.
Yeah, and that's
you know what I'm saying? So it don't matter. It don't matter.
And I tell them if you're a real DJ, you should be able to rock on anything. And number two
Facts.
is the fact that the technology is moving forward. Nobody's carrying crates no more. I understand and I respect the people that carry crates and the people that use 1200s and carry heavy 1200s and they're comfortable wearing them, comfortable with using them. But there's a new technology and these younger kids are growing into their own era.
Yeah.
You understand? They don't want. It's just like nobody's going back to Atari. These kids are playing PlayStation 4. They're not going back to Atari. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not going back to flip phones. So you got to deal with what's here in this era today.
Makes sense.
You know?
That's a fact. That's a fact. I don't, technically, I mean, from when I do old school jams, we got to have 1200s out there. We have to have, sometimes I do the vinyl joints because that's just nostalgic. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
But at the end of the day, it don't matter. I done been on 187 a few times. Matter of fact, Mr. C was on. And I've had controllers. I played one time on 187 with Serato, real vinyl, and a controller. And Flex didn't know what I was DJing on. Mr. C was like, yo, what is this contraption you got going on up here? That's a fact. It don't matter. Play good records, man.
And we mastered the controller, and I actually bought him a set of 1200s. But he doesn't even know the difference between having 1200s and I just bought him the range system. You understand what I'm saying? He doesn't even know the difference between the two because he hasn't even been DJing long enough.
I'm gonna say the last thing about this: if you sound different when you're on a controller as to when you sound on a turntable, that's a problem. If it doesn't affect your performance, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Right, exactly.
Thanks for the call.
Thank you for calling in.
Thanks for
I got
calling.
one more.
Tell your son to be great.
Bringing out them songs, man.
I see you tomorrow at my joint.
Say no more.
Joe, I'll see you
Thanks for
tomorrow.
calling.
Yeah, baby.
Salute.
You're ready.
I got one more question for you guys.
You ain't talking about nothing.
I got one question for you guys.
Well, records.
We ain't gonna leave unless-
How important is it for a DJ's voice today versus the mixtape day? Is it still as important? Because to hold that voice on the mic?
I was looking at this email. I'm sorry. What you said? What was the question?
I'm gonna hurt you.
No, I
A
was.
DJ's voice, as opposed to back then on the mixtape.
Is it still
Is it
as
still
important?
relevant now?
Oh, I mean, you could.
I think so. I think you gotta see a lot of people. There's a lot of people with physical skills, but can't say 2 words to the crowd or don't know what to say to the crowd. You have to know what to say to the crowd before you open your mouth. That's the problem too. We got going. A lot of people just screaming and ain't saying nothing. You're not talking to the crowd. You just looking for the hell. Call away. See you next week.
Welcome to the Great Debate.
Yo, this Big 40 was something calling in.
That's up, 40.
What up, Remy?
What's good with you?
Alright, chilling, y'all. I'm just open right now, seeing y'all, smooth skiing y'all on the radio, you know what I mean?
What up, dog?
I feel you. What's your question?
That's up, like this, you know what I mean? I'm just hyped right now.
Yo.
What's your question?
What's up?
What's your question?
Oh, what's my question? My question is, you know, if it wasn't for y'all DJs, you know what I'm saying, nobody would know the history or anything about music. You know what I mean? It's not so much a question. It's the point of a fact that without DJs, man, we ain't gonna have no knowledge of nothing because without y'all, we look.
Right.
Music comes inside the speech. You know what I'm saying? And beats come in all shapes, form, creeds, and sizes. So, you know, without y'all brothers out there, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Rema brothers. Shout out to, you know what I'm saying, Smooth C. Shout out to my niggas, Master Z, and all of them, you know what I'm saying? I know all y'all brothers, man. I got
fucking
love
talk.
for y'all because you got history, and y'all been doing it. Y'all just keep doing what y'all do, man, and keep blowing it up the city, man.
Salute.
City on lean,
Thank you for the call.
Thank you for
straight
calling.
face.
So
You
now,
already. Look.
But we,
if
you know,
New
we got.
York
Hold on.
City, hold on.
What you-
I
got a controversial question.
Hold on. Let me
Let
say
me
something.
get my
Damn.
Hold on. New York City, just in case you didn't know.
She gotta get her
Tomorrow.
She gotta put her plug in. Y'all know that.
The dugout, Rema
Nothing's
birthday.
moving. Nothing is moving.
Dugout,
that's what
Rema
it is.
birthday,
Let him do
under the 4 train on 161st Street, across the street from Yankee Stadium. We all in the building.
There you go.
Shout out to 914, shout out to Losing Isaiah, the business. Shout out to all the good guys.
And who you playing with?
Me,
And
me, Kid New.
and
Who else? My man DJ Cooks.
hey, there we go. Y'all
I
pull up.
didn't know it's
And
my
hold
girl
on,
Rema's birthday.
And another thing, hold on, before we do that, next show we're gonna talk about how I was one of the only DJs in the hood to play on both radio stations.
There you go.
We're gonna talk about
This is all you
that.
can
We're gonna
talk
talk about these
about.
remixes that we got floating
Yes, sir.
around. We're gonna talk about some
Okay.
things.
Yes, sir.
You heard?
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you.
Oh, she bought her a rash basket. She'll get a rash
What
off
up,
of
boys?
that
This your
basket.
radio station, right? So I got a question. You ever been asked a question?
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you a question. Personally, not personally, but do you think DJs need promoters? That's a big question.
So
Because we had that
we did
conversation
have
at
that
the park.
conversation.
Do you think
We ain't got time
DJs
for
need
that,
promoters?
Papa. Like,
Do
open the
DJs
worms. I don't even know why you just said that. You waited so long.
5 minutes.
So nah,
Open the
I don't
worms
even need
already.
5. I don't even
Yeah,
need 5.
'cause it
the
gotta be
worms.
said sometime. Like a lot of promoters think that.
Nah, so look, so this is how I feel. I feel like it's a two-way street, right? I feel like the promoter needs the DJ just as much as the DJ needs the promoter, and neither one of us can work without each other. So if I don't book the venue and make that deal, then I don't need a DJ, and that's one less venue that the DJ is going to eat from, and the one less venue I'm going to eat from. So it's not about whether Smoothski needs me or I need Smoothski. We need each other. But see, one thing about me, and every DJ know that I ever book, I have a relationship with them. And you know, when I work with different partners, they say, well, why you book? Because I don't just speak to DJs when I book them. I holla at Smooth. We be on the phone maybe 2-3 hours. I holla at Knuckles. We be on the phone for 2 hours. Like, I go to Knuckles' crib. It's not just me being in Barcelona or me being in a dugout.
Barcelona's closed down.
I'm just using it as an example, bro. To say that promoters need to build with the DJ so that we can have something that's substantial, and it's not just about, oh, I need this nigga for $200. It's more
that's where I was getting at with that.
Yeah,
because,
it's not
like, to be honest, sometimes DJs feel like, you know, like, because I mean, I've done parties on my own and they were successful. That's how I became known too. But again, if we go back to like, okay, if a DJ want to go, hey, let me get a center on my own,
shout out to the Bronx,
they gonna come because you think about it. If you a DJ, they know that you DJ. Oh, he's popping. I can go there.
I want to go there, man.
But then minus the promoter. Think about it. It can happen.
It definitely could happen. But I don't want to say that the game doesn't need a promoter or the game doesn't need a DJ, because without either, there's no game.
Right.
There's no game.
All right. Great debate show. You know what it is. We're going to end this off right.
Yeah,
don't forget this Saturday we at the Dugout. Don't forget about Bronx Day. Shout out to my team, man. You know what it is. City on Lean.
And
all right. Straight face talk.
Tomorrow I'm at the Lit Bar, the only bookstore in the Bronx, in the grand opening. And on Sunday,
and where's that? Tell us
that's
where
on 130 Alexander Avenue and the corner of Alexander and the Bruckner Boulevard.
Okay.
Dope bookstore. They got a bar, the whole thing, vibes.
Okay.
Sunday, I'm at Bistro. If you haven't been to that hip hop restaurant in the Bronx,
where's that?
135 Alexander Avenue.
Oh, the engineer's disrespectful.
I gotta come to it.
The Sunday brunch is crazy, and we shooting the final part of the Shine a Light remix video with Dougie Fresh and Will Track. So we shooting the last part of that. Sunday brunch is crazy, and June 2nd, first old school jam, 106th Street, Red Alert, rated arson, E-Chem. 106th Street, East Harlem, roller skating jam.
I'm in there.
Set the season off.
Oh, I'm at Eastwood Manor tomorrow, and then I'm coming to your party.
And then listen, Smoothski, me and Moya want to seriously.
Shout out all my parties. I got a lot of parties.
Wait, no, hold. Me and Moya want to thank you
from the bottom of our heart.
You give us our mixes and our spins and
your voice. Your voice is a part of our opening. That's a real big thing. And
to have you at the studio, we just want to acknowledge
I'll invoice y'all later. Thank you. All right. Thank you.
Thanks for calling into the great debate, everybody.
You got 1 minute.
What you want to do?
1 minute to do what?
You got some joints.
Tonight I'm at the living room tonight.
Right.
Tomorrow I'm with Rema. I ain't gonna shout my day party out because Rema might get mad. But tomorrow I'm at the living room. Sunday I'm at S&K's for the day party. Then after day party I'm at
That's
Ackery.
my part too.
I'm at Ackery Cafe after that.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Then Monday I can go on and on, but we're just gonna leave it there. We're gonna cut it there.
Listen.
Check me on the Instagram at DJ Smoothski.
We appreciate the panel.
All of you.
In.
Thank you.
I am Rema.
And I'm Moya.
And this is the Great Debate. Thank y'all for tuning in for this great show.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Don't forget to tune in every other Friday, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right here. It's the Great Debate. Let's do it.